I'm back! Did you miss me? It's been quite some time since I've been at this screen. I remember the last time we spoke, it was just before Christmas, and I had to work my ass off for work, so that was a lot of fun. Also, I just realized this camera is... There we go. And also, my microphone is a little off. That should sound a bit better. I'm a mess. I have not done this in a while. I haven't even streamed since I last left. So, at the time I'm recording this, it is not 2025 yet, but we are getting there. First off, as you can tell, I got a nice haircut. Not really vibing with it. I didn't want to have my hair cut. They just made me cut my hair for work, which is... And, the day after Christmas, my Steam account got hacked, which is just super duper awesome. So I literally had to put off recording for an entire day because I had to send an email out to Steam and then had to go out and then wait for them to respond, and I got my account back. So I was set back a day for recording. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it. So I've got myself a little bit of an energy drink as well as some alcohol to make things a bit more interesting and fun. So I'm opening up my energy drink right now, and I forgot about this home screen, but last time we were here, we did finish everything up from the Home Safety Hotline. However, right now, we're going to be doing the Seasonal Worker. So this is a DLC. Ideally, I would have gotten this done before Christmas, but because recording is very tedious, and it makes me want to fucking rip all of the skin off of my face slowly, I kind of just chose to ignore it. So we're going to go into the Seasonal Worker mode. And some new music. That's interesting. I mean, it makes sense. All right. Rebecca. So right now we're playing as Rebecca. Let me check here. Junior supervisor. We're gonna go ahead and just enable all of these just to make editing a little bit easier. And also we got something in the mailbox. Let's take a look at this. Welcome back. We got something for Rodney and then the Daily Twilight Report. Let's just take a look at this real quick. We'll go in order. So, from the HSH Corporate. So, I guess we're playing as someone by the name of Rebecca. So all of us here at HSH are ever grateful for your annual service during one of our busiest and most vital work weeks. While we only get to experience your talents for 1 week every year, we just want to let you know that, we just want you to know you are highly valued here and are an important member of the HSH family. Best of luck this year, Rebecca. We are all counting on you. So apparently we are just, I guess, a really skilled worker or something like that. The HSH Corporate, and then Rebecca. First off, why are you talking to me like this? And then second off, let's see here. So, from Rodney, dog. I heard you were back in the office today. You aren't going to forget about coming to say hi to your best pal Rodney from IT, aren't you? Your best pal from Rodney from IT, are you? That is weirded wordly, and my head is just not thinking correctly. I don't know why. I know you wouldn't dare forget. Oh, trust me, I absolutely would. Remember, I got serious dirt on you, dog. Some of us actually remember last year's Christmas party. Have we been a nasty girl? Anyways, glad to see you back. See you around, Rodney. Okay. HSH Advisory. Wait, Twilight phenomenon sighting. Okay, so this isn't just an aurora. This is something entirely. Okay, so phenomenon sighted in I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. I'm going to butcher it so badly. Approximately 400 hours, so 4 a.m. Estimated proximity is around 300,000 miles. So current risk profile, low to moderate. Interesting. So it looks like Aurora Borealis is in this game. They are not to be taken lightly. So I guess this is day 1. Oh, 3 days until Christmas. Okay, I was about to ask, do we have, do we get, wait, cheer level's 100%. I was thinking is, do we have another week? But it looks like it's only 3 days. So it looks fairly similar. Now, what is this? Oh, it just enables that. Okay. Oh, wait, a lot of these are new. I'm not going to read through the old ones. Instead, I'm just going to go through what I haven't read through before. But there are a few new ones here. It's interesting. And what is a cheer level? I guess we'll find out. That is new. Is it gonna be Carol again? Yep.
It is I, Carol. It is good to have you back in our employ, Rebecca.
No.
Thou art a lifesaver every season, and thy yearly return is appreciated as always. I, of course, have no need to tell you how things work here, but I will remind you that we are hosting our annual office Christmas party again the day after Christmas. It would please me to see you there. We're all counting on you, Rebecca.
I don't like how ominous this is. And hi there, Carol. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen your face. Last time we met, that was an acid trip. So let's just go ahead and read through the new stuff. So antler growths, interesting. So antler growths are a family of fungi known for growing on... Yes?
Can you send over an electrician?
No.
Our lights keep flickering off, and we're trying to get our Christmas tree ready for when our folks arrive.
Nosferatu?
Please hold.
Alright, well, it seems like it's probably not going to be this, but let's just read through. So, antler growths are a family of fungi known for growing in tall antler-like arrangements, most often seen growing around, or growing on decomposing humans or mammals. Sufficiently large growths can often induce motor movements in their hosts. So, like, zombies? Antler growths are not dangerous on their own, but their movements induced in chosen hosts can often result in hazardous behavior towards living creatures in its vicinity, such as clawing, grabbing, or biting. To prevent antler growths from occurring in during decomposition, you're advised to burn the remains of deceased or bury the deceased at least 6 feet beneath the soil for maximum safety. Basically, just give it a proper burial. Avalanche. This one seems pretty straightforward, but, I mean, things in this game that seem straightforward tend to not be. And it has an audio sample. Yep, sounds about right. Avalanches are large quantities of rapidly moving snow occurring in a steep sloped environment such as mountains or hills. Homeowners experiencing an avalanche often report shaking, thunder sounds coming from above, or sudden burials. I'm guessing, like, you get buried and not all of a sudden, like, tombstones start popping up out of nowhere. Danger. Avalanches are highly dangerous to most mammals or humans caught in their wake, as direct impact will often crush or maim soft-bodied creatures. Avalanches can also quickly bury blockade entrances or windows to a home, burying those inside, potentially leading to asphyxiation. Solution: is the first sign of avalanche, homeowners are advised to stay indoors, preferably away from windows. Wait for the avalanche to pass. If buries, homeowners are advised to make contact if possible. Wait rescue. Homeowners can increase their chances of survival by refraining from burning away precious oxygen via starting fires or screaming. A bit counterintuitive if you want to try to get found, but alright. A clock? Clutch? Clock? I think it's just clock. Clocks are large circular storm formations known to appear around homes during winter. Homeowners with clock often reports clear skies, feeling of instability, and sinking. Clock are highly hazardous to homes and inhabits as the ground as the center of a formation will gradually sink lower until a deep pit is formed, damaging a home's foundation in the process and preventing homeowners from leaving. Solution: homeowners wishing to prevent damage to home are advised to seek the aid of the ones conducting the clock, bringing an offer of gold or their firstborn child. If no negotiations are possible, vacate the home as soon as possible. Dwarves. All right. Apparently, we just don't get an image of them. Dwarves are small rock-like creatures known for creating and living underground burrows, sometimes extending territory into human homes. Homeowners with dwarf infestation often report increased heat in their home, clattering or banging sounds, and finding rubble or holes in basements or cellars. So dwarves are harmless to most mammals, with their diet consisting mostly of insects, soil, and rocks. Dwarves' burrowing activities can often cause foundational problems or structural damage to a home, however. Dwarves can be dissuaded from tunneling into a home by placing clippings of parasitic plants, such as mistletoe or rattles, in or around cellars or basements. Active infestation should be handled by the pest control service. Elf. No image once again. Why do I not get a picture of them? Oh, I know why. It's probably because of the settings that I have. So that's why I don't get to see it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just disable these. And if I need to do any censoring, I will just do it myself, because that's actually kind of annoying. Okay, that's what they look like. Interesting. They just look like regular humans. Elves are humanoid creatures with pointed ears that are often inhabit large-scale human social gatherings under the guise of being forgotten friends, family, or acquaintances. Homeowners who have made direct contact with elves report headaches, nausea, or lightheadedness. Elves are known to lower the immune responses of humans as they come in whoever they come into direct contact with, often leading to the contracting of a variety of illnesses, resulting in long-term hazardous or fatal consequences. So, is it forever? Or is it just temporarily it'll lower your immune system? To prevent or minimize contact with elves, don't interact with anyone that you don't recognize at social functions, especially claiming to have a history or persona connection with them. You should also advise to keep social functions to a minimum, or closely supervising the attendants to prevent unwanted intrusions. False carolers. That's interesting. Hate it. If that was trying to be singing, I hear at my front door. I'm loading up the shotgun immediately. False carolers are flocks of feathered humanoid creatures draped in many layers of clothing that are known for their pleasant singing. What about that was pleasant? That was not pleasant. Not a single bit of that was pleasant. Vocalizations and approaching the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners afflicted with false carolers often report sounds of singing, missing neighbors, or large feathers appearing around neighbors' doorsteps. False carolers pose a very direct threat to humans and animals. They're known to carry anything away that comes close enough to them, and then they carry them to their nesting grounds to feed their young. If false carolers are suspected to be present in a neighborhood, all homeowners in the affected area should stay locked inside their homes until sunrise. So I guess they just go from door to door all night until someone answers. As long as the choosing feeder grounds remain fruitful, false carolers will remain each night. Most false carolers will move on to other territory after a few consecutive nights of unsuccessful hunts. For more persistent infestations, pest control service. Okay. Forgotten boggart. I'm guessing it's him? Forgotten boggarts are wild roaming subspecies of boggart that are untethered from memory. Basically, the boggart, remember the boggart, where if you just don't speak of it, then it will just stay where it's at. So this one is untethered from memory. So it seems like it doesn't matter if you speak of it or not. They're known to dwell in uninhabited outdoor locations. So it is the opposite of boggart, because a boggart stays inside the house. Locations such as forests or mountains until they find new homes with those that are capable of witnessing and discussing them. Homeowners that have attracted a forgotten boggart often report strange sightings and obsession with discovery. Forgotten boggarts are harmless to those who are unaware or indifferent to their existence, but are at risk of inhabiting homes of those who are interested in discovering them and discussing of them, thereby increasing risk of hazardous activities such as flooding, fires, or electric outages. It's advised homeowners do not dwell on the possibility of a nearby forgotten boggart. Any forgotten boggart sightings or any thoughts of forgotten boggarts to prevent them, and you never speak of them. So it's similar to the boggart in that, like, you don't want to talk about them at all. You don't want to give them a name, and they kind of just stay in their house. Whereas the Forgotten Boggarts, they want to be seen, right? Because Boggarts don't want to be seen. Forgotten Boggarts do want to be seen. That's an interesting little spin. And it seems like they're playing a trick on people who believe in Bigfoot, and they're playing into that, it seems like. A mountain warlock. Mountain warlocks are humanoid creatures resembling elderly human men. They are known to lie dormant in their high elevation domains until winter solstice. Upon waking, their thunderous vocalizations can be heard from miles around. Homeowners affected with mountain warlocks report echoes, rumbling, shaking, occasionally avalanches. Mountain warlocks are highly territorial and pose a direct threat to mortal danger to any humans or animals that settle or wander near a domain. Earth-shattering incantations can additionally cause severe damage to a home's foundation. Mountain warlocks cannot be safely removed by human force, but due to their severely dangerous presence, it's highly advised that homeowners utilize the pest removal services as soon as possible. Pine sprites. That just looks like a bug. Pine sprites are small, green subspecies of sprite known for inhabiting pine trees. Homeowners in pine trees often report rustling sounds, finding pine needles and sap in strange places. Pine sprites are harmless left to own devices. Behavior can turn hazardous if the home is disturbed. Being known sometimes cause fires or electric shortages with electric devices such as lights as when they're introduced for homes. Wait, he mentioned his Christmas tree was flickering on and off. Specifically in the tree. He might be dealing with a pine sprite, but let's see here. So pine sprites keep their chosen home for 160 to 180 year lifespan. It's advised to avoid disturbing them by refraining from decorating trees they have inhabited. Homeowners may also choose to safely relocate an inhabited tree away from their home, utilizing the pest control service. Red nose. That seems fun. Red nose is a seasonal illness characterized by the primary symptom of a red berry-like growth emerging from the mammalian proboscis. Most commonly occurs in wild animals, but can be transferred to humans via the spores it releases once blossomed. Red nose, while painful during the growth stage, is generally harmless to humans and animals alike with proper resting care. Red nose will go away on its own after it's blossomed. To prevent it from spreading, quarantine the affected individual until blossoming has passed. Alright, sinking foundation. So that's pretty standard. Sinking foundations are structural problems in a home's foundation with a wide variety of causes that can lead to homes being damaged over time, eventually sinking, collapsing entirely. Homeowners experiencing a sinking foundation often report cracks in wall ceilings, uneven floors, or drains not working properly. Sinking foundations prevent a severe and mortal danger to both the home and its inhabitants, as the instability and eventual collapse can cause a wide variety of hazardous situations to those entrapped within. So homeowners with sinking foundations, you want to utilize HSH foundation repair services, prevent further damage or collapse. Those situations may vary depending on the root cause. Snow golem. That's not any snow golem I've ever seen. I played Minecraft. Yeah, I played my fair share of Minecraft to tell you that that is not at all how snow golems work. But you know what? A little bit of creative liberty never hurts. Snow golems are large humanoid mounds of snow that are capable of moving on their own. Homeowners experiencing snow golems infestations commonly report wet floors, power outages, recently faulty or broken heaters, strange snow formations outside of our home. Snow golems can prove hazardous to humans in a variety of ways. Tendency to target home heaters, especially during hazardous freezing weather, can cause medical issues such as frostbite, hypothermia in the affected homeowners. Direct contact with snow golem while it's in pursuit of its target is also frequently fatal. In what way? When caught early, snow golems can simply be removed from a home by turning up the heat in a home to speed up their melting process and blocking easy access to a home, heaters, or fireplaces. If snow golems succeed in removing potential heat sources from a home, it's advised to utilize the pest removal service. I mean, could you also just, like, I don't know, get like a battery powered, like one of those space heaters, but you get like a battery powered one? Sugar whiffs. So sugar wisps are an invisible subspecies of wisp known for its sweet plum-like aroma and the ability to influence the dreams and appetites of humans. Homeowners afflicted by sugar wisps often report an intense craving for sweets, dreams of dancing orbs, and malnourishment. Sugar wisps can be quite hazardous to humans' health thanks to their influence on their victims' preferred diet. Sustained exposure to sugar wisps can lead to mild to severe medical problems, ranging from tooth decay and diabetes to starvation. Sugar wisps can be dissuaded from influencing their chosen victims by blocking access to their victims' sense of smell. Homeowners are advised to utilize no plugs or similar apparatus while they sleep until sugar wisp eventually departs on its own. But how do you know if it's gone? I guess one day you just gotta unplug it and then see if it works. Time wisp. Time wisps are subspecies of wisps that often appear as faint candle-like lights with a friendly visage. They are known to temporarily displace objects and a person's in time and are most active at night. Homeowners that have experienced time wisps often report feeling newfound gratitude for life, a desire to better themselves, or immense existential dread. Time wisps' tendency towards human or temporal displacement, while sometimes beneficial, can often result in causing intense anxiety or stress in those who have witnessed their fates to be. You get to see how you're going to die and maybe when you're going to die. That's nightmarish. That is actually nightmarish. Time wisps will pass through on their own on the course of a single night. No further actions required. The Twilight. Okay, it seems like this is the thing we gotta be worried about, which again, it looks like an aurora, but I guess it's not. So the Twilight is an annual recurring phenomenon known for its diet of fear and suffering. Should it find sufficient satiation in these cravings during the time spent in our cosmetic proximity, it will proceed to consume all things that dwell above and below the soil. The Twilight is a severe existential threat to all living things, so as long as it finds sufficient feeding material, its hunger should avoid being sated. I think it's supposed to be satiated at all costs. Twilight should be kept from its desires at all costs until it moves past. To prevent its feeding, all manner of fear, agony, suffering should be avoided or mitigated when all possible on the calendar days of its proximity between 21st and the 25th, December 21st to 25th. It's advised to spread as much cheer, celebration, and merriment during this time as is feasible. So it's basically, you better be good, because if you're bad, unlike Santa giving you a lump of snow, you have an aurora borealis that literally just destroys all of reality. What did I say this dude was probably dealing with a pine sprite? Because his lights keep flickering on and off, and we're trying to get our Christmas tree ready when our folks arrive. They inhabit pine trees, which, I mean, makes sense. Homeowners, he's not mentioning pine needles or sap in strange places, but he's trying to get the tree ready, and he's getting an electrical shortage when such as lights are introduced to his home. So he could be adding lights to the tree, and as a result, the pine sprites are a bit unhappy. So this seems like he's dealing with a pine sprite. Now, I bet you the cheer level is one of those things that if you get it wrong, then that feeds the Twilight. So before, if we got everything wrong, it was whatever. The only thing that mattered, I think, was the quiz. But now it's like we get punished if we get everything wrong. So we're going to try our best to get everything right. Now, I'm curious to know, also, with the cheer level, if I get it wrong, will it go down? Or at the end of the day, will I get my answer, like, hey, you got this much incorrect, and then the cheer level goes down a result? Or is it real time? I have no clue, but it sounds like you are dealing with a pine sprite. Well, the cheer level is still up, so it's possible that we'll just know at the end. Oh, jeez. Took a little bit of time.
Ah, it's huge! I saw it scurry into the cupboard. Ah, expect for more! Send someone over quickly!
Did you hear that? That sounded like a mouse.
Please hold.
Listen to that again.
Ah, it's huge! Ah, it's huge! I saw it scurry. Ah, it's huge! 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 I saw it scurry into the cupboard.
Sorry.
Ah, expect for more!
That was a mouse.
Someone over quickly!
That was a mouse. Okay. Listen one more time.
Ah, it's huge! I saw it scurry into the cupboard. Ah,
After cupboards.
send someone over
All right, listen for after the listen for. I saw it screen a cupboard. Listen to after cupboard. You can hear the mouse.
Ah, it's huge! I saw it scurry into the cupboard. Ah, expect for more.
That's a mouse.
I want over quickly.
Mice. This is definitely mice. Which, by the way, so before we get into it, let's listen in for. That would be the mouse. And number 2. So, the other thing that I want to mention is something that I never really got to, and as I was playing, I kind of realized. So notice how it says mice are small, worthless rodents, which I thought was a bit harsh. And then as time goes on, there was a prank caller that got turned into a mouse, right? On top of that, there is an ending to this game on the main game where if you failed a quiz, I actually saw a cutscene. If you failed a quiz, you get turned into a mouse. So the reason why, and this might be some words of a game, but the reason why I think they're saying mice are worthless is because Carol, or I guess HSH in general, are turning people into mice. And that's why they're called worthless, because they're people who are just a burden to them. So that's some other interesting lore. But you, ma'am, you are dealing with a mouse. Making sure it's selected correctly. Considering the fact that the cheer level means everything, it would probably be good to make sure we really make sure we get everything right. It's good to see that it's only 3 days.
I think some kids are building some forts on our property. I'm looking at a bunch of big tall mounds outside our house, just coming from about every angle. I need someone to come and take these down for me. I'd do it myself, but I'm currently recovering from a back injury after slipping on something wet in my living room this morning.
At first I was thinking, clock, because of a mound, and then she mentioned that she slipped on something wet, and wasn't it the snow golem? That looked like mounds. Snow formations outside their house, which, I mean, could be a mound. And then she slipped on something wet. She just said, reports a wet floor. So I think this is a snow golem. Because snow golem got inside, it melted, she slipped on it, and then she's seeing mounds outside. Which, I mean, maybe it's not fully developed like this, or like this. Right? But that kind of makes sense. I'm super happy that this is only 3 days, because that means it's a lot less for me to edit. And it'll give me a little bit more, just a little bit more encouragement and motivation to get this done. What?
I know you people know about things like this.
Forgotten Boggart.
I know what you really do. I have photos. We can get these out in front of the public. The people need to know. Please, help me get this out to the world before it's too late. I know he's been tracking me.
Oh, fun. Yeah. And it's just about on par with every single Bigfoot believer. Yep, he is obsessed. He's seen him, and he can't stop thinking about it. We don't even need to go into further discussion. Forgotten Boggart. I'm making sure that's the right one. Because like I said, it seems like if you get it wrong, it could have some pretty awful consequences. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say Faye flu at first, because maybe he's sick as hell. But he can't move, he's too weak, he needs more. Wait, hang on. Sugar Wisp. Ability influence drink. Homer's afflicted with sugar wisps. Craving for sweet. Oh, wait, he's malnourished. And he's, like, starving. Oh, that makes sense. So that's why he's saying he needs more, because he's craving anything sweet. And he's super duper weak and he can't move because he's malnourished. That took a little bit of thinking at first, but it makes a lot more sense. God, that sounds horrible, by the way. Like, first off, he does not have a lot of energy. He's starving. He needs more sugar. And how... He's probably hardly got any energy to pick up the phone and speak. So somehow he's got to plug his nose to not smell it. I don't know if he's going to make it. Something tells me he's a goner. Because he sounded like he hardly had any energy to even, like, pick up a phone, dial it. Can't imagine that he's got anything to plug his nose nearby. He has to somehow get up. At that point, he might as well just dial 911.
So, there's strange noises coming from our basement. I don't know what's down there, but I can hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises at night. I don't dare go down myself, but my wife said she found little round pellets or something down there.
Bats. Small dry pellet droppings. Could be a bat, but they're hearing scurrying. Wait, the mouse also does scurrying as well. Would it be mouse 2 times in one day? Because I know the mouse mentioned scurrying, so he doesn't mention any, like, squeaking. They also have small round droppings. Sounds of squeaking. Gnaw marks. He's not mentioning gnaw marks. I know the ants have rustling sounds. That's actually kind of tough. Because I know in the last playthrough, there were certain things of a mouse and then other creatures that weren't necessarily mentioned. But the thing is, though, with a bat, I feel like you would hear it flapping around is a thing. Plus, mice do scurry. Bats don't. It's now just a matter of, is the scratching noises a red herring? Or is the scurrying a red herring? Because there's a lot more evidence that points towards a bat. But it doesn't feel right, because I feel like with a bat, you would hear it flapping around a lot. That's the thing. Whereas a mouse, you would hear scurrying is the thing. A mouse just feels right. Because I feel like with a bat, it would be flapping around more. And it would be a bit more noisy. I think this is a situation where you kind of got to apply. We already had mouse, but a bat doesn't feel right for the behavior. And I'm just going to assume that the scratching sound is probably a red herring. It was! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm glad I trusted my gut there. The bat didn't feel right, and I'm glad I trusted my gut. Okay, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to do things a little bit differently, and I'm going to give an outro. I'm still going to do my recording, but we're just going to end it off here. So, thank you those for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would also really appreciate it if you leave some recommendations down below of which games I should play next. I actually already have a few requests of some games. You can recommend them in the comments, or if you join my Discord server, there's actually a channel specifically meant for game recommendations, so make sure to check out that as well. I will be going live on Twitch again at some point. I just don't know when, but I plan to go back live there soon at some point. But as for now, I will see you all later.